It doesn't matter how many times woke Hollywood virtue signals over diversity. It doesn't even matter that they put rules in place to make sure that you can't get nominated for an award unless you check all the boxes. You have this representation and this representation and that representation. That is never enough for the true woke activists out there. When they don't get nominated for a film, or when their film doesn't get nominated for the Oscars, they cry racism. They say Hollywood must just hate black people. Even though you've seen them go full woke over the last several years, all these rules specifically invented just to make sure proper representation occurs. That is not enough for the people behind The Woman King. The Woman King director, Gina Prince-Bythewood, laments insidious Oscars shutout of movie that airbrushes slaver tribe. Yes, no looking inward and saying, we made this movie, The Woman King, about a tribe of people. We made them the heroes. We made them the protagonists, the ones who went around slaughtering their fellow people in Africa, enslaving others, and selling them to white people. That's what they did. That's what this tribe was known for. You tried to paint that in a different way, make them the protagonists, and it backfired in a massive way. And now they're claiming racism and playing the victim. Gina Prince-Bythewood on the Oscars shutout of The Woman King. This award season was an eye-opener. It's what it always comes down to. It can never be that maybe they just didn't like your movie, maybe they weren't interested in your movie. It has to come down to racism. Sad and pathetic. The Woman King director, Gina Prince-Bythewood, still can't get over the fact that Academy voters didn't vote for her movie, which was completely shut out of this year's Oscars nominations despite heavy campaigning. In an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, she said many Academy members simply had no desire to see the film. She also said systemic and insidious forces were at work that conspired against her and other black female artists. It's never woken up. Stop pandering to these people. These fucking lunatics out there who, if you don't give them what they want, if you don't nominate them for whatever they want, they'll just call you racist because that's the type of woke activists they are. Don't bend the knee to these people. Of course I'm disappointed. Who wouldn't be? Especially because there was so much love for our film, said Prince-Bythewood, referring to the movie's box office success. I want to go to this exact quote in this entire thing. There was so much love for our film, we can never forget we already won. Not only does The Woman King exist in the world, but it's a success in the world. For any hater out there hoping to gaslight and say it wasn't just good enough, you can't argue the facts of our A+ cinema score, or a 94% fresh score on Rotten Tomatoes, or on a number of top 10 lists. We're gonna pass $100 million at the global box office. You're lying right there. You're not gonna pass $100 million. This wasn't a box office success. In fact, The Woman King, say it with me, lost money. Viola Davis, The Woman King, lost money just like we said it would after this opening weekend. $94 million at the worldwide box office. It's not passing $100 million. It is stalled out right there. It's making maybe $500 a day at this point. This is a movie that had a production budget of $50 million. The normal thumb rule for Hollywood's about 2.5 times, 2.5 to 3 times, in fact. So the break-even point for this movie is about $125 to $150 million. You didn't get close. You didn't even come close to being profitable. The Woman King is a failure. And just like Viola Davis said, this is supporting a narrative that black women can't lead the box office globally. That's what she said before this movie came out when she tried to guilt trip people. She got asked about, are you tired of these black movies just being a moment in time? Don't you wish it was the standard? Davis says, absolutely, I 100% agree. But here's the thing. It will be just a moment if people don't come see the movie, because you're sending a very clear message to a machine called Hollywood. They're interested in green. It just is. It is what I do. So if you don't come see it, you're sending the message that black people, black women cannot lead the box office globally. You are supporting that narrative. And if you want to normalize it, you come see it the way you would Black Panther, Iron Man, Spider-Man, any other movie that doesn't have us in it. Well, the people spoke. They had no interest in The Woman King, could not even crack $100 million, lost probably between 25, 30 to almost $50 million. Congratulations on your pathetic failure. But they're already trying to gaslight people and trying to make it seem like this is a massive financial success when it was not. But the Academy made a very loud statement, and for me to stay quiet is to accept that statement. So I agreed to speak up on behalf of black women whose work has been dismissed in the past and is dismissed now. What a pathetic, fake victim. Set in the 19th century, The Woman King tells the story of an all-female warrior group that protected the West African kingdom of Dahomey. Viola Davis stars as the group's leader who trains her warriors to fight against encroaching European slave traders. But in reality, Gina Prince-Bythewood didn't mention this controversy, that it was not historically accurate. And in fact, the same people that they were celebrating, that they were saying the protagonists are evil pieces of shit and enslaved hundreds and thousands of people and sold them to the colonizers, sold them to the white people. Weird how you forgot to mention that in your entire article. Maybe that's why some people in the entertainment industry weren't interested in watching, weren't interested in promoting this movie. It doesn't get an Oscar nomination. That happens. But now you're going out there and you're playing victim. These people are pathetic. The people in Hollywood who, no matter how much they get, no matter how much gets pushed, no matter how much diversity, no matter how many check boxes are ticked, it does not matter. They will never have enough until they have everything go their way. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about the failure that is The Woman King and the director playing victim. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.